In the sleeper hit of a destination that was Shikoku, I danced my way through and had my fill of experiencing ancient practices. Some of my endeavors were not meant to be, but nonetheless, the true essence of a journey lies in exploring all that one can in the given place. Upon landing in Aso Kumamoto Airport, I'm heading straight to the heart of Kumamoto City via train. From the 4 provinces of Shikoku, I've come to the land of the 7 provinces that is Kyushu, which is Japan's 3rd largest island, as well as one of the earliest centers of civilization in the country.
If you thought I'd be tired by this part of my journey, you'd be wrong, because I've just arrived in Kyushu and the weather is fantastic, so much warmer than Honshu, and it kind of reminds me a lot of home. But with the amount of active volcanoes on this island, whew, it's given me that extra energy. Invigoration, Henry!
Situated in the center of Kyushu is the prefecture Kumamoto, which is home to the magnificent Kumamoto Castle.
Extremely strong and well fortified, this castle. Kumamoto Castle, to be exact, is one of the top 3 premier castles in the whole of Japan. Strong and well fortified, much like my fighting spirit. Oh, Ochiai-san, konnichiwa! My guide, she's so cute! Come on, let's go!
I'm glad the lovely Ochiai-san is showing me around today because the castle complex is huge with its keep, palace building and numerous turrets.
Ochiai-san, when was this castle built and who actually built it?
ここはですね、1601年から工事にかかりまして、1607年に完成しております。作ったのはね、加藤清正というここのお殿様です。面積はね、98万平方メートルと言われております。ずいぶん広いですね。
The reconstruction of the Kumamoto Castle Keep was done with concrete, maintaining the original signature style of curved stone walls.
It's a fantastic little model layout of the keep itself. There's so many levels. What are the levels for?
これはね、大天守の模型です。1階はね、お鉄砲の間、2階はお具足の間、それから3番目は御矢の間です。やりで、4番目はね、お弁当の間といって食料品、食べるものを蓄えてありました。第1番目の最上階は、そこで、軍議をしたり会議をしたりね、見張りをしたりするための建物ですね。で、さらにね、この地下はね、鉄板が張ってありまして、こう戦争になってここのお城でこもって守るような時にはここで鉄砲の弾を作るというところまで考えてありましたね、このお城はね。
With the dining area being located at a higher level, this meant in the event of an enemy intrusion outside while the soldiers were eating, they could put on their armor and then arm themselves with weapons as they descend the keep.
You can see down into the moat. What's this?
これはね、石落としというものです。戦争になった時にね、この敵が石垣を登って攻めてきたら、ここにね、ちょうどいい大きさの石を用意しておいて、上から投げ落とすとゴロゴロっとってね、追っ払うということができます。そういう仕掛けがしてあった場所なんですね。
And once the war was over, what was the significance of the castle?
お城はね、そうやって守りに強いね、攻められにくい国にしてありましたけども、その後はもう江戸時代に入って、あとずっと200年間ほど戦争がなかったので、お城はこの国のシンボルとしてね、高い大天守閣は、こういう立派な天守閣があれば、この国の民はね、しっかり守られて平和な生活ができるというような象徴の建物になりましたね。
A stone throws away from Kumamoto Castle is the gravesite of among Japan's most legendary swordsmen, one who is revered for his excellent fighting skills.
In Malaysian history, a man infamous for his fighting skills and camaraderie amongst his men was Hung Tuah. Now the man lying here was the Japanese counterpart, and that's Miyamoto Musashi. Now he was from the Mimasaka province in Honshu, and he was just an amazing warrior as such. But what kind of man was he? Who was he exactly?
宮本武蔵という人はですね、どこのお殿様にも仕えないで、一人だけで武者修行して兵法の道を極めた方です。で、その中でも特に二天一流の兵法というのはですね、五輪の書というものに書きまして、後世に伝えております。
Having paid tribute to the historical parts of the region, the day has me following through with a search for something to feed my appetite. Something that brings me to the once prosperous whaling base, Yobuko Town.
I actually really love these old rickety jetties, hoping sure that I don't fall through. But if you trace Yobuko's coastline, it's full of all these nooks and crannies and little coves. And these are perfect conditions for Yobuko's main fishing produce, which is fresh, succulent, wriggly little squid.
Here at the Genkai Yobuko Squid Restaurant, I'm welcomed by its owner, Kazuhiro Koga, as well as tanks and tanks of living produce from the sea.
Look at this place. As soon as you enter Koga-san's little establishment, you just notice these big tanks. So the best way to keep fresh fish is keeping them alive. And so he's built these massive tanks just to have a variety of fish here. This is the infamous squid that they have here. Look how many there are, all really fresh and alive. And if you watch really carefully, you can see them actually change color from translucent to this really vibrant red. And that's obviously a natural mechanism to kind of scare off the predators, but they're gonna have to do more than that to scare me off because they look really delicious. So I just catch one? Okay, which one's gonna be the lucky one? I'm gonna catch this guy here. Hopefully he doesn't squirt me because they have a tendency to, as you can see, squirt out ink. Oh, so soft. Just take one. We'll try to prepare it. All right. So this is where the magic happens. So the way that they prepare them over here is a very unique way. It's called ikizukuri, which means to literally prepare it whilst it's still alive. Wow, look at that. So the squid kind of moving around and about, sort of his tentacles are still gripping, but that pulsating sort of look. The body has obviously been, this is a strange, strange way of eating. I've never experienced this. So there it is. Really good, very delicate flavor. Very fresh, and you know it hasn't been refrigerated because it has that lukewarm sort of flavor to it.
I suppose the wriggling seafood might not fit the fancy of every diner, but no matter, Yobuko squid, or ika, can also be prepared in the more conventional preparations that in no way compromise its taste.
Itadakimasu. Wow, we have some shumai. Wow! Prepared, I've never seen anything like it. It's like a wriggly monster. So they put that fresh squid inside. A little bit of sort of chives and flavorings and stuff, very delicate flavors still. It's just unbelievable how succulent and flavorsome squid can be. You have that tendency to overcook sometimes and it becomes really tough, but this is not the case at all. A tempura batter sort of coats it in a really fluffy, kind of crispy texture. And the squid itself melts in your mouth.
If you were to ask me which squid dish I like best, I wouldn't be up to say because, the fluffy tempura, dainty dumplings, and that interesting ikizukuri, all of them perfectly satisfy the epicure in me. Apart from Karatsu, also in Kyushu Saga Prefecture, is Arita, a town in Nishimatsu-ura-gun. From the moment you enter the vicinity, you can immediately guess what this town's main industry is.
If you're looking for keepsakes to take home, there's no better place to come than Arita town in the Saga Prefecture. Now here they make some of the best porcelain available in Japan in general. If you have that sleight of hand, you can actually take part in making your own.
Before I get down to make my own Arita keepsake, I meet my instructor, Kajihara-san, who tells me more about the history behind this porcelain.
Could you share the history behind Arita porcelain with me?
はい、有田焼は約400年前に豊臣秀吉の時代にですね、朝鮮に出兵した時にそこから刀工を連れて帰り、有田で焼き物の原料となる陶石を発見したことから始まっています。こちらはですね、この窯の周辺で見つかった陶片で、特にこちらの大きいものは、1900年のパリ万国博覧会に出品しようとして失敗した作品だそうです。
In the 1600s, Arita porcelain products were exported via the Dutch West India Company to the great appreciation of the European market. The pieces that were popular in Europe also became known as imari yaki.
These are where the artists are.
はい、有田焼は400年続いていますけれども、最初の方からでですね、3つのこちらの様式で作られています。で、こちらが小伊万里様式と言います。で、こちらが柿右衛門様式で、こちらが鍋島様式となります。こちらは染付というものなんですけれども、これが国内向けで海外向けになるときこのようなきらびやかな焼き物になりました。
How detailed it can actually get in the different types of work. Super fine. A steady hand. Kind of see the artist now using these huge brushes, but very, very gently. So why is the porcelain so sought after?
有田焼はですね、400年前から職人さんのですね技術によってそれを受け継ぐことによって今の時代でも同じように描かれています。で、職人さんの繊細な技術が今のですね、今まで有田焼が続いてきた理由だというふうに思っています。
Kajihara-san takes me to the Noborigama kiln atop a small hill behind the pottery center. With an ascending design, this multi-chambered kiln allows for each chamber to be fired in a different way.
A little bit of water. So big.
I certainly have no qualms about getting my hands dirty for this endeavor, because at the end of it, my work of art looks pretty good even before it's baked and painted, if I do say so myself. My next stop in Kyushu's prefecture is on the sunny south side. From Tokyo, Akiko is a reporter who began her career at Fukuoka Broadcasting System Corp here in Kyushu.
Welcome to Kyushu. It's your first time here, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, Henry, I'm going to take you to something very special.
I love special.
Yep. I'm going to introduce you to this Nagasaki's cuties.
Oh, I love cuties.
I got a little surprise for you.
Okay,
So follow
inside?
me. Yeah, inside.
Meet my new friends, the Nagasaki Penguin Aquarium's adorable residents. Akiko and I get a major treat in ushering out the aquarium's Humboldt penguins out to an open bay for a bit of a swim time. One of them seems to be feeling extra sociable today as he comes back to shore to commune with Akiko and I. This little guy goes by the name Ponta.
Oh, I didn't realize their fins are very hard.
Is it? Oh.
骨が入ってます。
So that's how they propel themselves through the water.
Exclusive.
How old is Ponta?
10 years
Just
old.
like 10 years
10
old.
years old.
Wow.
The question has to be actually, how did penguins arrive in Nagasaki?
前ですね、クジラの捕鯨を日本やってた時に、その時ペンギンを連れてきたんです。
Oh, what breed of penguin is this?
フンボルト。
Would we have time to feed them inside?
あ、はい、あります。
There are 18 types of penguins in the world, 8 of which, comprising sub-Antarctic and temperate species, can be visited here at the Nagasaki Penguin Aquarium.
Oh, so cute. We're gonna feed them, look at this. That's so cute. What type of fish is this?
Mackerel.
Mackerel. Oh, you lucky penguins. So just like this? Like. Don't fight. Oh, the head's gone. How often do they feed them?
Twice in a day.
Twice in a day?
Yeah.
So that's 170 penguins to feed twice a day. That's a lot of fish to feed.
Apart from the Humboldt species, the aquarium also houses JNTO, rockhopper, and king penguins, among others, as well as sharks, jellyfish, coral fish, seahorses, and other colourful marine life.
I've got a bit of a surprise for you. I'm going to take you on a donkobune ride, type of punting on a river. We're actually going to go on the Yanagawa River. Some very beautiful things, and what better time to do it than to go at sunset. So I hope you're in the time for your life of romantic and beautiful gestures, because this is mine to you.
Cruising down the Yanagawa bodes for a much welcome peaceful evening, and what better way to elevate the experience than to have a lovely meal prepared for us.
So what is this?
It's a steam eel. Those eels are very famous food in Yanagawa. How do you like it?
Really good. You can tell, you can definitely taste the eel.
Additional to our tasty unagi, our punter provides us with a quirky stunt for added amusement.
Hold that, please.
Oh, 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 we're veering, we're veering.
Oh my god.
Oh, like a ninja. Holy smoke.
To top off his acrobatic performance, our punter serenades us with a traditional tune, much to the delight of Akiko's and my relaxing end for our day. From Fukuoka Prefecture, Akiko and I take the train to Kashima City in the southern part of the Saga Prefecture.
There it is, the Ariake Sea. Doesn't look like much, it's very muddy. The deepest it gets is about 50 meters, so mainly used for agriculture, the fishings of the sorts. What are we doing here?
To tell you the truth, we're gonna get really, really dirty.
Okay, so it's a good thing I wore shorts and flip-flops then. How are we gonna be getting dirty?
Well, there's a blue-spotted mud hopper in this Ariake Sea, Mutsugoro, or goby, and we're gonna learn how to catch them.
Akiko introduces me to Okamoto-san, who is geared up to teach us how to fish for goby. He passes each of us a long rod to practice with, starting with empty bottles on the ground, and then a trial run by the mudflat.
I hope you're not afraid of little creepy crawlies.
Okay, he's gonna do it first. Wow! Oh my god! Ah!
What was that thing? You didn't teach me that.
So clearly, Okamoto-san is an expert at this with his fancy maneuvers of the rod. Meanwhile, I'm struggling to even land the line where I want it to, thanks to that gusty sea breeze.
That's it. I give up. This is a lot harder than it looks. Normal fishing, you got a sense of luck. You don't actually see what you're trying to catch. But this is really skillful. Your throw has to be super accurate. Your pull back has to be able to trail so it comes across the path of a fish, and it's just not happening. The only thing I'm catching is sunburn right now. I give up.
After many unsuccessful goes at this, I accept that goby fishing is not an instinctive forte of mine.
Look how many he caught.
Amazing.
You can see why they're the blue spotted. Yes. Look at that, so beautiful.
Ah well, I'm not too bummed out about not catching a single goby because it's the trying that counts. I'll get you next time, you muddy fiends. Akiko and I head out for a bite, particularly of one of Kumamoto's specialty tidbits.
So this is where the infamous karashi renkon is made?
Yup, and he's the Murakami-san.
Ah, Murakami-san.
I say infamous because karashi renkon is actually lotus root liberally stuffed with karashi, which is a very spicy type of mustard that's apparently eaten in small amounts. Now, up to the challenge, Akiko and I give a helping hand at preparing it for us to eat.
So actually, what's the origin of this? It seems very random. Mustard in lotus root?
Actually, Edo period, there's a word about their domain head, Tadatoshi Hosokawa, who was like really, really sick and he couldn't just like eat anything. So the Buddhist monks searched for something nutrition and something rich. And then they came out to this lotus root.
What's the most he's eaten at one time? 5 slices, and that's his max. I'm gonna try one. In one go? The whole thing? It's working my way up his nose. I can't even talk. When you chew it, you mix it all up with the mustard, and then you swallow, it pushes that air back right up into your nose. These are tears of joy, it's very delicious.
Whoa, big props to Murakami-san for his record of 5 slices in one sitting, because let me tell ya, just one is enough to bring uncertainties to my unaccustomed stomach. It's a beautiful day today, and I've got one more stop in this, let's say, foreign region.
Welcome to the Railworld Holland! Well, actually, just kidding. We're still in Japan. Myself and Akiko have just arrived in a rather grand theme park called Huistenbos, which is actually named after one of the 3 official residences of the Dutch royal family, and that's in The Hague in the Netherlands, so hence the Netherlands-themed theme park.
In English, The Hoistenbos literally means house in the forest. So there's a running theme of nature loving throughout this park.
Fantastic. Well, our mission is to have as much fun as possible until they kick us out. So wish us luck. Go, 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 go.
Replete with fantastic gardens and real-size replicas of olden Dutch buildings, Hoistenbosch caters to visitors who want the feel of a European landscape.
This place is unbelievable. It looks like it's like a mini town in the middle of Japan.
Yeah.
So when did this actually open and how big is it? Because it seems like we've been walking around for ages.
It was opened in March 25th, 1992, but generally it's a size of 33 Tokyo Dome.
33?
Yeah.
First up for us, though, is the Adventure Park, where we'll be pumping up our adrenaline.
Look at the view.
Wow.
Awesome.
よろしくお願いします。
Konnichiwa.
ヘンリーさんです。
Oh, how are you? How you feeling? How you feeling?
Nervous.
You're nervous? Are you okay with heights usually?
I don't know.
This is really high.
I
It's
know.
very far.
Higher than I thought.
It's going to be a big drop if you fall down by accident. I'm a bit worried about her. She seems a little scared of heights. She's putting a brave face on for us. So we'll see if she screams a lot on the way down. Whoa! Whoa! You let go! Proud of you, good job. Yeah. All right, let's go find something else. I know it's a really obvious question, but I've been racking my brain about it all day today. I got to ask, why have they modeled this place after the Netherlands?
Well, because of its location facing the Omura Bay, there's a historical relation between Japan and Netherlands, which began in 1609 when Japan's trading post was opened by Dutch in Hirado. That's like really close from here.
Hoistenbosch is a wonderland housing a multitude of themed attractions, several museums, shopping pavilions, as well as over 20 cafes and restaurants spread throughout the 152 hectares. Perhaps the grandest part of Hoistenbosch is its illumination show, one that showcases LED lights that glorifies the park in the evening.
Look at that view.
Wow!
See all the lights sort of switch on. I haven't asked you, and you sort of live in Japan, but what's your favorite aspect about Japan?
The most thing that I like about Japan is the people, their politeness and their friendliness. You know, if I get like lost in the way, they will take me to where I want to go.
Yeah.
And they're like very friendly, sensitive. Yes, I'm glad that you're here with us.
It's a sight that I truly won't be able to forget anytime soon. There is so much to love about Kyushu, from its serenity to its quirkiness and, of course, its grand majesty. As the penultimate destination of my journey through Japan, Kyushu leaves me with an intensified fondness towards the region and country. One more to go. See ya at my final stop. Next week on Welcome to the Railworld Japan.
Okinawa means rope into the open sea.
Look at this thing.
Whale sharks!
Yeah.